are we here today? Can someone from President take me back here? And Methodist. Are you going to say the same thing? Yes. Okay. Right, so the same thing, right? So, you know, menstruation is not a crime. Do you know that? And then, when we say hygiene, you all know what hygiene is. You are here today to learn how to prevent infections whenever you are menstruating. You are here today to get something, learn something, and go out there to share with your colleagues. I'm not saying St. Michael here, I'm not saying the sister schools here. But we believe that with Methodist, Presby, and Rising Soul, we can share the message to them, isn't it? All right, so let's invite Miss Naomi Sia to introduce our chairperson for today's program.
Thank you. I'm happy to be called this morning to introduce our chairperson. She's a woman, is a specialist, family specialist physician, medical superintendent of Polyclinic, married with 3 children. In fact, she likes enjoying reading and watching foreign TV. She is called Dr. Jemima Kpone. Let's do it.
Hello. Hi. Oh, you're all looking good this morning. First of all, I want to thank God for the opportunity He has given us to all gather here for this important program. I also want to thank my colleagues on the high table for honoring the invitation that we reached out with. World Menstrual Hygiene Day, we all know it's a very important day that we celebrate. It is not just Ghana that is celebrating this day. It's a global initiative. I hope we all know that. And it is usually celebrated on the 28th day of May. And we know the symbolism of that day. Do we have an idea why we celebrate it on the 28th day? The truth of the matter is that you can celebrate it any other day, but the 28th day was chosen because it's symbolic, and I'll tell you about that. But the idea of the World Menstrual Hygiene Day is to raise awareness, is to help us remove the myths associated with menstrual hygiene and menses and all that, isn't it? A lot of us as girls were not going to school because every month we have menses, and almost all the time past years we associated some myth and all that to it, and we need to create that awareness so that the girl child can have her full education. Do you understand? And that is why this was initiated globally. It's about 10 years now, and every year it is celebrated. The idea or the symbolism of the 28th day of May is because on the average, you know, you flow when your menses come. On the average, you flow for about 5 days, isn't it? For some of us, it may be a little, it may be maybe 4, 3 days. For some, it may go up to 7 days. But when we take the average, I'm sure you go all that mean and all that as isn't it? So when we take the average, it's about 5 days. And that is why the 5th month of the year was chosen for that celebration. The idea of the 28th is also because on the average, every 28th day, you will see your menses. I hope we all know that. That is why the 28th. But for some, it could be 29, it could be 30, it could be 27. We, for one reason or the other, could not celebrate it yesterday, and we are celebrating it today. So it all falls in place. Okay, but it's so important that we clear the myths and all the negative things associated with menses, because it's a normal part of our development. Every girl child will have her menses at one point or the other, unless there is something seriously or anatomically wrong. But every girl child, as you are growing, is part of the development, will have your menses, and that puts you in the reproductive years of your life. Do you see? So it's important that we celebrate, so that by the year 2030, all those myths and all those negative things associated with menses will be done with, will be cleared. Do you get it? So that everyone, both boy, girl, our mothers, fathers, uncles, and all that, will know that menstruation is part of the girl's development, and that there is nothing bad about it, there is nothing wrong about it, there shouldn't be anything mystical about it, so that we can still go have our full education. We can go to school when we are having our menses, but it's important that we practice some hygienic practices, so that we will not, as our gentleman said, we will not infect ourselves. So on this note, I want to welcome all of us, and I want all of us to have a fruitful celebration today. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So we should all know that menstruation is not a taboo. It's never a taboo. So if you are from any village where they tell you menstruation is a taboo, tell them it's not true, okay? All right, so when we say World Menstruation Hygiene Day, you say together for a period-friendly world, okay? Are you ready? Are you ready? So World Menstruation Hygiene Day. Press B, World Menstruation Hygiene Day. Methodist World Menstruation Hygiene Day. And all the way from God City, Rising Soul, World Menstruation Hygiene Day. All right, so I think this is the girls are fair, because all right, so it's for a period-friendly world, okay? Together for a period-friendly world. All right, so when I say World Menstrual Hygiene Day, you respond together for a period-friendly world. Okay? World Menstrual Hygiene Day.
Together for a period-friendly world.
Wow, clap for yourselves. All right, so I would like to acknowledge the presence of these wonderful people here, representing the Registrar of the Traditional Council. We have Mr. Alesni Anna. Let's clap for him. Then from KKMA, we have Miss Edna Paku. We also have Miss Stella E. Dowen. HR. Then from Girls Education Office, we have Miss Deborah Kpone. And then we also have Miss Doris Mensah. And I am the master for today's ceremony. My name is Shalom. Let's welcome Her Methodist B to give us a choreography dance. All right, let's show some love for them. Let's show some love for them. For Methodist B. I was just imagining why the first person was dancing with that vigor, and I later realized that he doesn't do menstruation, so he can just dance. But those of you who have been menstruating, they are very careful about their whatever they wear, the ears and these things. Clap for yourselves. So we also have the technical team from St. Michael, and let's welcome them with those of you with phones, you can be watching it online from Kpone TV. We have Kpone TV here covering the program. Let's show some love for Kpone TV. We also have KC TV also covering it live. Let's show some love for KC TV. At this point, we have to listen to a short speech, a very short and a brief speech. And we have one of our health workers. She's actually a coordinator for the adolescent health. And she's in the person of Miss Georgina Atta. Let's welcome her to give us a short talk on menstrual hygiene. Miss Georgina Atta. So while we wait for Miss Georgina Atta, I want to ask you one or two questions. So, what do you understand by menstrual hygiene? Menstrual hygiene. What do you understand by menstrual hygiene? Any one of you can answer. What do you understand by menstrual hygiene? So what is the word menstrual hygiene? How many respond? Together for a period-friendly work. So, what do you understand by menstrual hygiene? We are still waiting for Miss Georgina Atta. Yes. The way of keeping the body clean during menstruation. Let's laugh for it. To avoid what? Bad body odor. Okay, let's laugh for it. Veterans, your teachers are behind you. All right, now let's give it to her.
Once again, MC, please I want to make a correction. I'm the Junada, but I'm not the adolescent health coordinator. Her name is Madam Ejewa. Please give her a hand of applause. Oh, you can do better.
Hello. Good morning to you all. And how are we all doing? Okay. So I think as we have all said or spoken about, we are celebrating World Menstrual Hygiene Day. And then, as our director said, The day falls on 28th May for a reason, because when you look at the average cycle of every woman, it's around 28 days. So that is why it falls on the 28th of May. We are having this celebration throughout the whole world, and then Kpone is not left out. The reason why we have this awareness creation is because when we look at menstruation, still some people have it in mind that menstruation is a taboo. It is a bad thing, it's a sin, it is filthy. And because of that, women or girls are stereotyped. Because of that, they are not given certain roles. They are not allowed to even take up certain positions because of menstruation. And when girls are menstruating, some are relegated, they are sent to the back, they are not even allowed to cook, they are not even allowed to touch living things. Because if you touch a living thing, it will die. And all these, today I want you to know that they are myths. They are not right. But we have a broader theme which says that we want to make menstruation a normal fact of life by 2030. So by 2030, we should all see menstruation as part of us. In fact, it is a physiological process. Do you understand? It is part of you as a human being and as a lady or as a girl. Menstruation, it is part of you. That is how God created you. That is why your body type is different from what? The boys' own. Do they menstruate? No. So if you menstruate, why should it be seen as a sin or something that is filthy? You are wrong in menstruating. No. We want to break this taboo and then make surrounding menstruation everywhere. Not only in Kpone. We want to see menstruation as a normal thing that is with us. And that is how God created us. We have to be accepted. In fact, they have to accept us, see us as we are, and then take it like how God created us. When you look at boys, and then when you see girls, we have different body types. We have womb, or what we call uterus. Do boys have it? They don't have it. And when you see the reproductive organ, when you look at the reproductive organ, every man as a lady at a certain point in life, that is the puberty, you will menstruate. And when you menstruate, you have this organ, and then you will ovulate and then menstruate. Every month the blood will come out, and this blood needs to come out. You don't see it as filthy. As I said, you to be putting your fingers inside your vagina when you are bathing or washing, because it is something that cleanses itself. That is how God created it. So the blood has to come out every month. That is at puberty when you start menstruating. Now back to menstrual hygiene. When we talk about menstrual hygiene and the reason why we are having menstrual hygiene, you know the menstruation part is there, and then the hygiene aspect is also there. So as you are menstruating, you should also know how to keep yourself clean, the hygienic aspect or the hygiene aspect of menstruation. When you are menstruating, you need things or articles that you can use, like your pad, which can be disposable or reusable. And in fact, nowadays we have different types of it. We even have pads that are made of banana stalk and bamboo, because they are biodegradable. When I say biodegradable, do you understand? It means that it can rot. It is environmentally friendly, so it can rot. It's not like plastics or metals. So we have different types of pads that you can use. This is a menstrual cup, and then we have tampons. I have it here. I will show it to you. We want you to know but not to tell you to use this one, because at your age you might not be able to keep it well or clean. So you cannot even get and then use. But for education purposes, you need to know that it is not only the disposable pad and then the reusable pad that you can use when you are menstruating. You have the cups, the menstrual cups, and you have the bamboo fiber pads, which are biodegradable. We have the reusable pads down here, and then we have the tampons and disposable ones. When you are done menstruating, how do you dispose of your pad? How do you dispose of your pad? This one, I need somebody to tell me. Because I know a lot of people over here are menstruating. Even today, somebody is menstruating. But when I say, let me see those who are menstruating, nobody will raise their hand. Okay, let me see those who are menstruating. Let me see those who are menstruating. I can send you to the washroom and check. You are saying, hey, I can go and check. You are menstruating. Very good. Those of you that you are shy. Why are you shy? We are talking about not being shy. Menstruation is part of you, okay? My dear ladies, it is part of us. When you are menstruating, don't be shy. Be confident. Someone used my menstruation, my confidence. They personalize the theme. So it means when I'm menstruating, I don't have to be timid. I don't have to be clumsy. I don't have to feel shy, lose confidence. No, you don't even want to go into the midst of people. No. When you are menstruating, please be confident. Dress well. Walk well. Don't tell the whole world that I'm menstruating. Why should everybody know that you are menstruating? Why? No, it shouldn't be like that, okay? So let me go back to what I was saying. Now, when you take off your pads, let me use the disposable pad. How do you dispose it off? How do you dispose it off? I need somebody to tell me. Because we all use it here. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? Maybe as you leave, you might even get one. Who knows? Who doesn't use it? So tell me, how do you dispose it off? Method is A. B. Okay, so my dear, tell me how you dispose of your pad. Yes. Come and tell me. Feel free. We're having a conversation. Come and tell me how you dispose of your pad. Let's clap for her. Let's give her a clap. I was waiting to hear that. And when I finish, I'll throw it away. I'll put it in the dustbin. She said, I'll keep it after the cycle. Then I burn it. Is that not how we should do it? Yes, you should burn it. When you put it in the dustbin, do you know where it will land? When you put it in the bin in the kitchen, do you know where it will land? Yes, some of you do it. You wrap it and then any bin that you find, you put it in. No. You put it, you keep it somewhere. After that cycle, you can put kerosene or anything that is flammable. It will help it to burn. Okay? So that you can burn the pad. When you burn it in that way, you are safe. I am also safe. Mind you, it is blood that is in the pad. And there are a lot of microorganisms in it. When it comes out and then it stays for that long, it grows a lot of microorganisms. You don't know where that cat or that dog will go and take the pad and then put it. It can even fall in somebody's water, a flowing water. And then somebody will also fetch, because that is their source of water. They also fetch and use it. So please, that is not how to dispose of your pad. You don't also put it in the closet in an attempt to flush it. That is not how to dispose it of. And then if you keep on putting it in the pit latrine, the latrine will get full in no time. Imagine you have about 10 girls in the house. Every month, everybody is menstruating. And we are all putting our pads in the latrine. Won't the latrine be full in no time? and baby So please, that is not how we dispose of the pad. We have to burn it. And that is the more reason why now we are advocating for the reusable ones. The reusable ones. Thank you. You can sit down. Because you can wash it and then reuse it. And it even saves you. You can save some money from it. Every month, imagine you are buying a pad for like 20 cedis. Do you work? Do you work? Do you generate any income? So this is the reusable type. This one, everybody can sew it. Every seamstress can sew it. You just need a cloth, a plain one that is cotton, can absorb very well. And then look at the back. There is plastic inside. And this plastic will line your pants so that it will not soil. Sew it in this form. It is very nice and it will save you to some money that you can use for other things. It is also environmentally friendly. If you can't afford the disposable one, please use the cotton types. Use the cotton one. Now, when you are done, we are still talking about the hygiene aspect. When you are done, you have to do what? Wash your hands. Do what? Wash your hands. How often do you change your pad? I need an answer. This one too, I need an answer. According to Methodist, no, Presby. Presby A or B? Presby A. How often do you change your pad, your sanitary towels? Every 4 hours. Not for A. Okay, so now my question is, my floor is not heavy. Do I still change every 4 hours? I want to see a hand. Someone said no. Do you know why you change every 4 hours or 4 hourly? It is also partly because of the heat that stays over there. But if the floor is not heavy, and you know we are in hard times, you can change in the morning and then in the evening, or you can change 3 times. You change in the morning, you change in the afternoon, and then in the evening. If you are at home, anytime that you change, you can bath, shower, and then wash the vulva and put a clean pad over there. If you are not at home and you are in school, when you change your pad or your sanitary towel, wash your hands very well, and then you can also use sanitizer in case there is no water and soap. But please don't use just the sanitizer if you see that your hands are visibly soiled, like you can see the blood stains on your hand, and then you say, oh, I'm using sanitizer like that. Please try and wash it off, get soap to wash it off, and then apply the sanitizer. Now that we are done with the hygiene aspects, I want to go on to the food. We are talking about menstruation. Every month, there's some amount of blood that we lose as women or females, just as God created us. So we also need to what? Replenish the system and then replace the blood loss. What other things can you do? What can you do to replace the blood that you lose every month? What are some of the things that you can do? Now I'll go to rising soul. Rising soul, what can you do? Every month you are menstruating, some small amount of blood will go. What can you do, my dear? Very good. Let's give it for The follow-up question is, what are some of the healthy diets that you have to eat? What are some of the foods that you have to eat? I know your teachers have been teaching you this over and over and over again. So what are some of the foods that when you eat, it will help to raise your HB, or let me say the blood level will go up, so that you will not stay anemic. rising soul. Is she the only person? Okay, no, Methodist. So you two give me one. What must you do? We are learning from each other. What must you do? Methodist B. What must you do? Yes, let me see your hand. Presby, what can you do? Good. Yes. By exercising. Okay. It's a healthy life practice. Drinking a lot of water. Okay. I want to know what you can do to increase your blood level. So now, let me. Clap for me. Tell me you don't know this. You don't know. Guys, do you know? Yes. Methodist, you don't know. Rising soul, you don't know. Then why didn't you say it? You are shy. Are you shy? No. So you have to eat more of the greens, okay? The green leafy fruits and vegetables. All the greens that we have, they will help boost your HB or your blood level. Like she mentioned, Kpone, what? Boko, abeju, turkey berries. It's also very good. But remember that anytime you are taking these green leafy fruits or the vegetables, you have to also take in vitamin C, okay? Any fruits that contains vitamin C, so that it will help the body to absorb all the iron in the green leafy foods that you are eating. Do you know about gifts? Do you know about gifts? Gifts. You don't know about gifts. Praise me. I expect you to know. Methodist, I expect you to know. You don't know about gifts. You haven't heard about the iron folic tablets that we are giving to you girls in schools. And you don't know that the name is called gifts. Girls Iron Folate Tablet Supplementation. So the tablet that you take once every week, it is iron tablet. And that also helps you. It helps you so that you can eat well, one, and then it will boost your iron stores and then prevent this anemia amongst you, especially when you're having your menses. So that, as I said earlier on, you will not stay out of classes, you will not be going through that pain when you are menstruating, and then you will be able to achieve your full potentials in life. Is that not good? Is that not a fair deal? Is that not a fair deal? Yes. It is. So as we are talking about Menstrual Hygiene Day, what theme are we talking about? The theme is up there, it's also behind me. What is the theme? Together for... Good. Together for a period-friendly world. So we want to see menstruation, girls having their menses, as normal. Not anything unusual or absurd, anything out of the way. We don't want to see menstruation as such. We want to see menstruation as part of us. And as ladies and as girls, we want to be accepted when we are having our menses. Do we have some boys here? Yes. Where are they? Hey, are you a boy? Good. Right, so you brought boys. Press B. Do we have some boys here? No. We don't have any boys here. Okay. So now the boys, to you, we need your support, okay? Are you listening to me? When we are having our menses, of course, you know some of us become moody and the rest. It is part of the process and all that. But most often when we saw ourselves in class, it is the boys that will laugh at us. You say, they are saying yes, yes, yes. Now that you know that menstruation is part of us, please, when we saw ourselves in class, please don't shame us. You have to help us cover that shame and then clean up that mess so that nobody will even see it. And then when you are in your homes and your sisters, your siblings are in their menstrual periods, Please, if they cannot perform any activity out of pain or because they are in pain, try and help them. I have a friend that anytime the sister is menstruating, she will vomit, she will become weak, she cannot even cook, she cannot go to the kitchen. But this boy will do everything for the sister, and that is how they grew up. And they love themselves very much as siblings. He really understands that menstruation is a process. It is part of women, girls, or ladies. And so when they are going through that stage or period in their life, they need our support, not putting at us or not shaming us, okay? So at this point, let's repeat the theme once or twice, and then I'll hand the mic over to Auntie Georgina to do the demonstration. Together for World Menstrual Hygiene Day.
Together for a period-friendly world.
World Menstrual Hygiene Day.
Together for a period-friendly world.
Thank you.
Because you feel will be what? Filthy. Or we soil it. That's a lie. If only you are able to fix your sanitary pad very well, you will wear your white pants without soiling it. Okay? So today I'm here to demonstrate how to.
Let me show you the tampon. I said I have. This is how the tampon that I showed you on the poster looks like. And then the menstrual cup. That because for education purposes we have to teach you. So you need to know how the menstrual cup looks like. So this is the cup. Okay.
Okay, so the common one we know is a sanitary pad. I hope you've all seen one before. Yes. And I'm very sure that's what we all use. Yes. That's what we all use. Yes. Oh, okay. So today what I have here is a proper sanitary pad. Now, when you are menstruating, this is what we use. Please, we don't use tissue. Please, we don't use what? Tissue. We use sanitary pad, and this is how it looks like. Please, can you all see it? Yes. This is how it looks like. The inner part, this is the inner part. Can you all see it? Yes. And then the back of it. Can you all see it? Yes. Does it look like what you have been using? Yes. Okay. So behind it, we have a sticker. Okay. When you're about to use it, remove the sticker. Can you see? Okay. So we pick our pants and then we put it, we check the sides, okay? The shorter part goes to the top and then the longer side goes down. Okay? This is the short side of the pad. This side. It goes up, then the longer part goes down. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So, because we have a sticker at the back, you just stick it to your pants, under your panty. Make sure your panty is clean, please. Now we go to the inner and then remove the other elastic over there. Where we have the wings, we have the left side and the right side. From there, we come around from the back, at the back, so that it will stick to the pants, sorry. This to prevent the pants from removing, in case you're having your daily activities. So please try to make sure it sticks very well, it fits very well. Else during the day it will It will remove or it will shift. Okay, now we are done fixing our sanitary pad. Now we are coming to wear it. Do you want me to wear it for you? Always ready to wear. Okay, so watch. We go this way. the shorter part is in front. Sorry. It's in front of me. Yeah, you can get up and watch. This way. Hello. Get up if you can see. Come. So it goes this way. Like this. And hello. Because it has stick very well. I'm not scared it will shift. I hope you understand. So if it doesn't stick very well, you do it and you'll be in the class and it will be shifting. By the time you realize you are putting on the sanitary pad though, but you still soil yourself. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So make sure it sticks very well before you what? Before you wear. Is it how your panties look when you're doing your menses? Or you're surprised? So this way. You want to see your back? You want to see my back? Oh, okay, so this way. I hope you cannot see. You can see I'm well protected because that place is long. You have enough fat over there. Okay? So please, can I remove it? Yes. You can't see it. Oh, clap for me. Now, we go to the shorter part and then roll. Please make sure your hand doesn't touch the pad, else you end up soiling your hands. So you remove it like this. Can you see what I'm doing? Yes. Like this. Then you fold. So I have spoiled my paper, but ideally, when you are removing it, you put it inside this one. And then you get a rubber or maybe a paper. Whilst you are in school, you keep it in it. So when you get to the house, as Madam said, get a dustbin and keep it till the cycle is done. When you get to the house, then you burn it. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much. Let's clap for our facilitators. You can see this practice. Okay, so I want to give 2 minutes for you to ask the questions. You can ask the question in Ghana, Twi and English, okay? So you can ask the question in Ghana, Twi and English. Just 2 minutes if you want to understand. So Madam Ojewa and then the colleague, please come forward and respond to the questions. We wanted to ask you to just a few questions. Did you see the reusable bag? That one, I think your grandmothers and they are having the senior ones. That one is very kind. You can tell them to give you the fabric to sew the reusable bag. So please, you can ask questions. You can ask questions in Ghana, Twi and then English. Just 4 questions.
I don't want to ask, but everybody
Yes.
looking at me. Oh, I can my finger.
If I'm doing my menses, then I'm having menstrual pains, what should I do?
Cramps. Is it cramps? Okay. So that's the first question. Yes, another one.
Menstruation only comes only in our vagina.
Hello, boss. please give the microphone to her. What language do you speak? Tree. Do you understand Tree? Ask the question Tree, let me see. Can it Tree?
Is that menstruation comes only in our vagina, or there are some other parts of our body?
Yes. Okay. So let's. They will respond to the first two and they will take the last two.
So you know what? Fortunately, we have a director in our midst. Is a medical doctor and a family physician specialist. So we are fortunate to have her here. So she will tell us more. She will answer some of the questions for us. She will add more to what we will say. When you are menstruating and you are having cramps, that is why we encourage you not to be down, okay, when you are menstruating. You need to be active. You should be up and about. It helps the blood flow, every clot that is in the womb or the uterus to come out. Most often too, when the clots, you have too much clots and it wants to come out, that's when you experience the pain. Sometimes you are put on painkillers, but you know you cannot take painkillers all your life. At a point, you need to stop and then find a natural way of helping yourself in terms of making the pain subside. So you need to be active, and then you also have to eat foods that will help boost your blood level. If you are anemic and you are menstruating, you also go through that kind of pain. There's a physiology behind it, but at this point, I just want you to know that when you are menstruating and you don't have blood, when I say you are anemic, your blood level is low. You also go through that pain. That is why you also need to eat well. And then you also need to eat foods that contains fiber. Do you know fiber? Yes. So like when you are eating orange, don't just eat the juice. Don't just take the juice. You eat it with the chaff. It helps you to have free bowel when you are constipated and stuff like that, and you are having your menses. You will also go through that pain. And then some other thing you can do is you can put warm water, or we call it hot water bottle. If you don't have it, you use towel. You put it in the warm water and then you apply it at your lower abdomen. It will also help to relieve the pain. I think when I'm done, the director will add more to it. And then when you ask if menstruation comes from only, the blood flow comes from only the vagina, right? Yes, we know, we have heard that some people menstruate. I know the reason why she's asking that. She has also heard that some people don't menstruate. They don't see the blood through their vagina. They are calm. For me, I have seen one person ever since I started working, just one person. She has never seen blood flow from the vagina. Any time that at a particular point in the month, she experiences some pain in the palm, and then she's not able, she hasn't, doctor will tell us whether if it is real, and if it is real and you are experiencing it, will you be able to give birth? So I'll hand it over to director.
Thank you very much. That was what we were also discussing up here. There's a condition called endometriosis. Usually what happens is that every month your womb prepares itself to get pregnant or to receive a baby. When that does not happen, then the preparation that has taken place is shared off as menses. So you see, it's normal because we are not ready to have children. It's only when you marry, then you can have children. But at this stage, we don't want any pregnancy. So that is why we continue to have our menses every month. So the womb prepares itself. Maybe there's no pregnancy, it is shared off as menses. What happens is that there's a lining in the womb that is called endometrial tissue. Okay, that tissue can be or abnormally goes to other parts of your body. That is why she said that person has not menstruated before. So there are times that you have this endometrial tissue in or a similar thing appearing in your palms or the sole of your feet. Or you can still have endometrial tissue there, but you still have others in the other places. It is, we call it ectopic endometrial tissue. They are not supposed to be in your palms, but one way or the other, it found itself in your palm. So during menstrual cycle, you see there are no pores or any, there are pores, but there is not a big hole in your palm that will bleed. So most of the time, in such people, when it's time for menstruation, the same, because menstruation is controlled by hormones. So the same physiological thing that is going on will go on. So it will show in their palms as red, a bit reddened and all that. But they won't see the hands bleeding because it is not the typical endometrial tissue that is there. It is a changed form of endometrial tissue. And that is a medical condition. So it happens. So in the example that she gave us, it presupposes that she doesn't have endometrial tissue in the womb. So there's no way the womb can prepare itself for pregnancy. That's why she hasn't been able to give birth. So that is the answer to that question. I don't know if there is any other. Yes. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Wow. Please, let's clap for the lady who asked that question. We are all learning. Uh-huh. Problems that you face when you get infected.
Yes, so we are talking about hygiene, okay? And you saw the picture that was shown, how the womb is like. So you see a pear-shaped organ. There are two tubes that is connected to it, isn't it? And then you will see it opens up like a finger. You see an ovary there, and then the other one, an ovary there. So when you look at this, the opening is actually from your vulva through your vagina, through the mouth of the womb, all the way up to the inside of the womb. And then it connects, it goes through the tube that is called the fallopian tube. Do you get it? So there are two tubes like this. Would you get infection? It is possible if you don't observe the hygienic practices. She mentioned that there's no point in putting your fingers there. Naturally, the vagina cleans itself. There's no point in putting any, douching things there, because you may introduce infection to the place. And when there's an infection, the infection can go all the way from your vagina up into the fallopian tubes, and then even into your pelvis, okay? And depending on what type of infection, there are ones that takes a long time. If you have a fungal infection that is going up there, it can even block your tubes. Then when you have reached the right age for you to give birth, when you are married, it becomes a challenge because your tubes are blocked. other infections, when you have bacterial infections, it can affect the whole pelvis. In fact, that is when we have to go and do a scan. Sometimes you have collection of pus in your abdomen, and we have to do operation to remove that collection, that pus, that bad water. We have to drain it. There's no way the treatment that we give will go when you have that collection there. So we have to operate, open up, and drain all that fluid collection. The other thing is that, of course, it depends on, we've talked about infection. It is not directly connected, but if you are exchanging panties, all those things, then you predispose yourself to some of these infections. Do you get it? And as girls at this age, I would just want to chip in the fact that there is no need for us to engage in sexual activities, because that is when the other infections can come in. When we are talking about HIV, when we are talking about hepatitis B, hepatitis C, when you are talking about what? Even lice can be transmitted through sexual activity. We have something we call scabies. It can be transmitted through sexual activity. Gonorrhea, all those sexually transmitted diseases, and I'm sure you know about them. So once we are talking about menstruation and menstrual hygiene, it is just something that I want to chip in, that as girls and teenagers, we have to keep ourselves, because for some time now we are seeing our teenage pregnancy go up, and it's not right. I want to take this opportunity and also chip in, because most of us have learned something. You go to pharmacy and buy all those contraceptives. It is causing a lot of problems. People will take, every month they will take that emergency contraceptive because they have had unprotected sex. Why would you have unprotected at this age? Do you get it? At this age, what we advocate for is what? Is what? Who can tell me? Is what? Abstinence. You don't need to go there. You are not married. The end result of that is a whole lot of issues. So I will advise you that it is a no-go area. Do you understand? Now it's time for you to study, learn, and become what you want to be in future, because anybody can become what he or she wants to be in future. So please, don't go to our pharmacy shops and go and buy all those things. They are not for you. So don't engage in sex, and so that you won't have to go there. Do we understand? Have I answered your infection question? Thank you.
So we take the last question. It hasn't flowed for several months. It hasn't flowed at all. Whether it's normal, it's abnormal, so we explain to you.
So, let me say it is normal and it's abnormal. It is normal because when you start your menses, we have, now most of the children are starting a bit early, sometimes as early as 9 years, 10 years, yes, even 8 years, yes. Some of us had our own when we were 16, and do you get it? For one reason or the other, because of the food that we are eating, the stress and all that, our girls are having their menses a bit early. But if your man is early, we have what we call anovulatory. It's like you are not producing eggs. It's the hormones that is making the womb bleed. Do you get it? So in such instances, maybe you start your menses. The first time you will see, it will take about 3 months before it comes again. And most of those on the periods, you have not released an egg. Okay, so it is the body's way of preparing itself. If this month the body has not prepared itself enough to receive a baby, means that it hasn't prepared the womb enough, you won't shed off any endometrial thing that you have laid down. Do you understand? So that one is physiological and is normal, isn't it? But at a point, you realize that it becomes every month. It becomes regular and it becomes every month. And if you watch, most of us don't keep calendar. But you see, it's like, oh, I've had my menses this month and I've had it again this month. Of course, up to 28th day, you will see the other cycle. So you see that 2 menses have come in the same month. So we need you to keep a record of keep a calendar, mark the first day of the cycle. The next one that comes, mark the first day of the third one, mark the first day. You will see a pattern to it. Do you get it? For some people, it is every 28 days. For some, it will be 27, 28, 29, and it will come back. 27, 28, 29. For some, it is every 29th day. Do you get it? It is only when you mark and then you study the pattern that you will see that pattern. Okay? Back to that question. So it means that for some, you will not have your menses, okay, within some months. Then maybe the 3rd month it will come again. Do you understand? The 4th month it will come again. So those ones are, most of the time, they are anovulatory, like you have not released an egg, okay? And it's usually when you start your menses until the time that you become well established. Then we have other medical conditions that will cause you not to have your menses regularly. And these days, one of the things that is causing that condition is the emergency contraceptives that people are taking. Because it's a hormonal thing. When you take it, it suppresses your own body hormones from working. And so with time, you are telling your body that, no, don't produce any menses, don't produce any menses, don't produce any menses. And eventually it will come back and it will affect you. Do you get it? So, but I told you there's a medical condition that causes that. Sometimes we have what we call PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, and that causes that condition. Means your ovaries are not able to produce eggs on a regular basis, but then the hormones are released, and then it causes, so you are not able to have your menses monthly. It is when the body prepares itself, and sometimes the endometrial lining is so thick that the body says it's not normal. Let me get it out. So the body feels that there is something there that should not be there. So then you start to bleed. And that would have taken 3-4 months before it comes. Have I answered the question?
Thank you so much, Doctor.
Doctor has said a lot, and I think she has clarified any misconception that we're having before. I also want to dispel one misconception. Please, those of you who think when you are having your menses and you are in pain and you have sex, the pain will go. Yes. And you have sex, the pain will go. It is wrong. You might even get pregnant. okay, you might get pregnant. So when you are in pain, when you're having menses, and you have pain as a result of the menses, please, we have spoken about that. Having sex during that period, it is not a pain reliever. It is not, let me put it in your words, a painkiller. So don't go for it. Doctor has said a lot about the sex. Okay, let's concentrate on our roots. Thank you so much.
Now we have the assemblyman for this electoral area, the line electoral area in our midst, and he is in the person of Honorable Richard Kpone. Honorable, you are welcome. All right, shall we be on our feet? Shall we all be on our feet? Just stretch yourself a little bit. Yeah, arms up, open, clap, open, clap, open, clap, sit, please sit, stand, please stand, sit, stand, sit. All right, let's give it to Rising Sun Academy to give us a review. Let's welcome them with a round of applause. Rising Sun Academy.
You mean mama that told me that I should not look at this girl. You're foolish, but see them. Nanyama.
No, nothing. Moi, j'aime pas être show me. I mean, class run, I really ain't a
Good morning. Sometimes I'm feeling some abdominal pain. I thought I need to pine. I look for a
for Pedro. I'm sure also something to collaborate. Something like this person in church. As I said, menstrual.
Into Bana Betana, or still one. Or see you now, place of the
Okra, I didn't see you. I didn't see no twice one. Please, let me.
Let's listen. I can now meet you was so again. You did to me, I was so now sharing.
I'm telling you, sir.
I was so generous to you know, Baba Yama, but now I'm very clear.
What's mentioned?
Maybe
my abdomen, my head, my stomach. So I don't know what's wrong with me. So one place I want to ask you, so I explain that.
Okay, all these things that are going on with your body, they show that you are flowing down into the adolescent period, where you have the menstrual flow, the headaches, menstrual cramps, all these things is part of the adolescent pattern. Now, I want to give you some advice. First of all, when you are going to school, you need to have spare extra cards with you want your future to get involved. I can see that there's no staff medication, so I'm going to the marketing camp. When I come here, she should feel okay.
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 Please, I'm waiting.
And I saw a window. Please be quiet. Yes, sir. Oh shit. Wow. What's going on at the box? Sir, please can I get help?
What's going on?
Sir, she put herself.
That's
Yes, sir, Baba. Yes, sir.
This shouldn't happen in my class again. Am I clear?
Okay, sir.
This shouldn't happen in my class again. Am I clear?
But
This shouldn't happen in my class again. Am I clear?
yes, sir.
Thank you.
It's natural.
Yeah, boy, so they won't know.
Sorry, I'm very sorry. Sorry, Akin. Sorry.